What's up, you guys? It's Molly. This is going to be the first installment of my 2025 makeup declutter. We are going to be focusing on eyeshadow palettes today. I have 139 eyeshadow palettes, one of which is missing. That is the Chicago Speakeasy palette from Nomad. But I wasn't going to get rid of that anyway, so it doesn't really impact this too much. You just won't be able to see it, but that's fine. So I have things essentially organized. I've got just some like random indie palettes here, and then it's by brand for the most part. Why don't we just go ahead and get started? I'm going to start here with this stack. This is just a stack of Drugstore palettes. This palette is the Blushed Rose from Juvia's Place. I don't feel like this is really bringing anything to the table, so I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that. Same thing with the Nomad by Juvia's Place. I do really like this palette, but I just don't know that I need to keep it. This shade is beautiful. I like these grungy shades. Now I'm talking myself into it. Ooh. I'm gonna put it in a maybe pile and then I will revisit it at the end. This Desert Lights by Flower Beauty. Honestly, I think I've used it maybe once or twice. I just don't get a lot of use out of it. And I'm tempted to get rid of it, but like, there's some really pretty shades and I don't necessarily want to get rid of these. I don't know. I need to figure out like where to put my hand. Those are really pretty. Oh, okay, I'm keeping it. Oh, that's not good. Okay, I'm putting my maybe pile on the table. I'm putting my get rid of pile on the chair. I'm just trying to get organized here. This I'm keeping. So we'll just stick maybes over there, keeps are here. Jeez. Also, I hope that the sound quality is okay on this video. To be honest, I've got a new camera, and with the new camera, I have a new mic, and I don't know that I love it, so we'll see. Okay, and then this is the Jungle Lights palette from Flower Beauty as well. This shade here is why I keep this palette. It's such a good shade. But that being said, I feel like I could just depot this shade. I'm tempted to do that. Like maybe these two shades. Those ones are really good, and just get rid of the rest. It's super old. I'm not going to give it to anybody. So yeah, I might consider this a declutter, but with the intention of depotting those. That is the one caveat that I'm allowing myself. I can depot my favorite shades of palettes that I'm decluttering. Next up is this NYX Ultimate Battle Plan. This is their collaboration with Home Alone that came out this past Christmas season. I don't know that I don't know. I'm going to keep it because I've never used it and I would like to use it. I would like to use it a lot. So they're swatching really pretty. I think I'll probably enjoy it. So I am going to go ahead and keep that. Okay, let's do Sydney Grace. So here is my stack of Sydney Grace palettes. This is the, oh, it's one of the Timtalia collabs, the Radiant Reflection palette. I'm gonna go ahead and keep this. I think it's really pretty. I love these rosy tones for Valentine's Day. And then these are just some fun blues and greens. Yes, I'm gonna keep that. This one was a free gift with purchase. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of it. It's Where the Wild Things Grow. I'm not crazy about the color story. There's nothing wrong with it. I just don't think that I'll get a lot of use out of it. I might see if I can sell it on Marketplace. Yeah, I don't know. I don't need it. They're shades that I have. I may actually even have most of these shades from Sydney Grace. So, I'm good. Okay, Love's Journey from Sydney Grace. I love this. It's absolutely perfect. It's a perfect palette. We've got cool tones, neutrals, warm tones. I love how it's arranged. I think it performs really well. I'm absolutely keeping that. Next up is Blessed by Sydney Grace and Glitzy. I'm keeping this as well. There are some really fun shades in here. I would like to use this palette a lot more than I do. Oh my gosh, that purple just, yeah, you guys, they're so good. They are so, so good. So that we're keeping. And then Tiny Marvels with Mel Thompson. We're going to keep this as well because it's just a classic, beautiful, like neutral with a twist palette. Okay, Odin's Eye. Let's do Odin's Eye. So we've got Soul Mane 2. Is this Soul Mane 2? Yeah. I don't know. I'm not ready to get rid of it, but I also am not really using it. I need to use it more. I can see myself probably decluttering this next year. I'm just not at the point where I'm ready to part ways with it just yet, mainly because I haven't used it enough and that feels wrong. We've got the Elva palette. I'm keeping this. This is such a beautiful neutral palette and I'm excited to use more of this. I would like to really kind of focus on this here in the next coming weeks. We've got Jewels and Gem. I am not sure about this one. I think, there's things I really love about it and there's things that I am not crazy about. I think I'm going to put this like on a chopping block and we'll just kind of see, like I'm going to challenge myself to use it more and see what I think. And then we'll go from there. Same with Stone and Rock. There's things about it that I love and things about it that I really, really don't. So I am going to challenge myself to use this as well and see if I can come up with some really pretty looks that I feel good about, I'll keep it. If I can't, I will get rid of it. Okay, now we've got the Christmas Morning palette. I'm keeping this. This is absolutely stunning. And the FOMO was real. So I didn't get this the first year that it launched. I got it the second year. Same with Christmas Eve. We're going to keep both of these. I like them a lot. Norns, I don't know. There's things about this that I love and things about it that I hate. I'm not crazy about the color story specifically. So I'm going to put this on a chopping block as well. That's the thing about Juvia's Place. Like, not Juvia's Place. That's the thing about Odin's Eye. Sometimes their color stories just throw me off so much that I don't really know how to use the palette. Okay. I need to move my keep pile. All right, let's focus on these random indie palettes here. That's what this stack is. Okay, Eternally Eclipsed by Lunar Beauty. I am going to go ahead and put this on the chopping block as well. Just not entirely sure how I feel about it. The Break the Rules palette by It's Belle Cosmetics. I was all prepared to get rid of this. Oh, I don't know. I'm setting that aside for now. The Flare palette by It's Belle, I'm going to get rid of. I don't ever use it. I have these shades a million times over from other indie brands. I don't need it. It's Freakin' Bats. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this one. I don't ever really enjoy the looks that I come up with, and this brand has fallen from grace. I don't know if you guys followed just the utter ridiculousness that was happening. But they essentially were like taking people's money and not shipping out palettes for months and months at a time. It was awful. I don't even know if the brand is still around. So I don't need this. I'm going to get rid of it. Okay, Sugar Pill mini color palette. This is their fun size palette. I don't ever use this, but that being said, I kind of wish that I did. And I don't think I want to get rid of it. Look at those. That's beautiful for Valentine's Day. I'm going to keep it. So that's a keep. 9 Years Later by Dose of Colors. I think I really like this for travel. I really like this for travel. But is it something that is actually like adding to my collection, or can I create very similar travel palettes? I think I'm gonna get rid of it. I wasn't thinking that I would, but I do think I will. So that's gone. The Druid palette by Fantasy Cosmetica. No, it's not going anywhere. This is such a good palette. It's absolutely stunning. It stays. And then we've got, this is the Persona Identity 1 palette. I need to throw this shade away. Obviously, it's completely shattered. I keep it because I use this shade for my brows. It was my pan that palette for 2024, and I hit my goal. I panned every single shade. This one eventually crumbled because it was just around the edges. Same with this one. So, yeah, I'm gonna keep it for now because of the brow shade. But I'm not really using the other shimmers or the other shades in the palette. Okay, next up, this is the Chocolate Seduction palette by Clarity Cosmetics. I got this for free. They were doing like, I don't know, it was just like a free palette. You had to like find the free product on their website and just add it to your cart, and then you got it for free. You just paid shipping. It was great. So I don't really have any skin in the game with this palette, but I think it's really, really pretty. So I am going to keep that as well. Like that shimmer, it's a little bit flaky. It feels like maybe it's drying out a little, but it is very good. Okay, these palettes, I really like these palettes. These are from a brand called Unique Beauty. I have no idea if they're still around. And I was ready to just like get rid of them because I don't, like, honestly, I think maybe some of them are like a little bit dried out. This pink is gorgeous. I might depot that and like, I don't know, some of the other shimmers and just get rid of the palettes. Where's my depot pile? I don't know. So I am gonna go ahead and declutter, but like I said, I might depot some of the shades that I really enjoy. Next up is What's Up Beauty. This is the Dragon Eye palette. Really good. Keeping that. Both of these Makeup Geek quads I'm going to keep. This one, a shade broke. It was my favorite shade, but that's fine. These mattes are fantastic. They create like the best base for a warm tone look, in my opinion. And then this one I like a little bit less, but I'm still gonna keep it because it's just, they're so good. They're so good. I'm not crazy about this shimmer, but that's fine. It's still a beautiful, beautiful palette. So we will go ahead and keep both of these. Colored Rain, Queen of Hearts, I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of. I love this palette. I think it's fantastic. I've contemplated keeping it and like panning it. Now that I'm looking at it, I want to do that. I was so ready to get rid of this. It's going in the maybe pile. Okay, Kaleidos Club Nebula with Angelica Nyquist. I'm gonna get rid of it. I've got two busted shades. I never reach for it. Nothing against either the brand or Angelica. I just don't use it. Okay, the Break the Rules palette. I am gonna go ahead and just declutter my shades that I'm really wanting. Which, oh, hey, this is almost identical to the one in the Unique Beauty palette. So I might just declutter that and that. Oh my. Yeah, and they're honestly a little bit dry, but then again, my hands are also a little bit dry. So is it the shadow or is it me? Oh, they're so pretty. You know what? Screw it. I'm just going to keep the palette. I was all like, I'm going to get rid of it. No, I'm not. I'm a lying liar face. Christmas Morning by Give Me Glow. I'm going to get rid of it. I'm going to keep two of the shades I pulled for a Duping the Vibes palette. I filmed that video and never posted it, but here's the thing. I really like the shimmers from this brand. I hate the mattes though, so I'm not going to keep the whole palette. I'm just going to depot the shimmers. Menagerie Cosmetics Flight Club. I'm going to get rid of this. There's a different purple palette that I have that I'm absolutely keeping. This is not something that I need to keep. So it's gone. Glaminatrix Nearly Neutral. I am keeping this even though we have a busted shade. There are just some stunning freaking shades in here. And God almighty, would you just look at it? I can't wait to use it more. I really should be focusing on it before it goes bad. It was super expensive just after shipping. It was a lot. So maybe I should pull this in for like a, ooh, should I do a pan that palette? Pan that palette, y'all, right here. Here she is. Okay, in fact, I'm gonna slide her over to my makeup bag is over there. So I'll remember that's my pan that palette. Okay, next up we got Blend Bunny. Sickly Sweet. I'm gonna keep it. I'm not in love with the tones of the pastels here. Like, I kind of wish they were more vibrant pastels, but it's fine. There are some vibrant pastels like sprinkled in. Truly, I'm keeping it for the shimmers. I think the shimmers are really nice and I like them. The mattes are fine too. They're just not my favorite. Okay, Autumn Leaves by Simply Posh. I was going to keep, geez, I don't know. I was thinking those are like identical shades. One of the reasons I'm wanting to keep the Break the Rules is for this shade here. Autumn Leaves has that exact same shade here. And they have some other really, really nice shades as well that I'm contemplating what to do. I'm gonna go ahead and keep it. It's not hurting anything to keep it. So let's just do that. All right, Unearthly Cosmetics I'm gonna keep. This is the Sorceress Smoke palette. Cozy Cabin by, I never remember. Simply Posh? Yeah, it's right here. You just can't see it. I'm keeping this. I really like it. Lethal Cosmetics Spellcraft, y'all. Yes, absolutely. If you're curious about that palette, I have a video up on my channel doing a couple of looks and a review. And Sinful Echoes. This is a brand that I get really excited about. I'm going to keep it. We're not making a lot of progress, but you know what? That's fine. I spent good money on this stuff and I don't need to necessarily get rid of it. Okay, and then the last like indie palette I have is this Be Perfect Carnival palette. I'm getting rid of it. I haven't used it since I filmed my last declutter. I at one point really enjoyed it, but it's so big and I'm not gonna get use out of it. So we're getting rid of that. Okay, let's move on to my little stack of Tarte palettes. Here is the Tartelette in Bloom. Listen, my oldest got me this for Christmas like 7 years ago or 6 years ago. I don't even know. I love it. It was in a Pan That Palette project and I hit my goal. I don't know. It's a nostalgia thing. I can't get rid of it. It was so sweet that he got me that. And yeah, I'm keeping it. Okay, Tartelette Juicy. I don't remember buying this. I have no idea where it came from. So, and it's not, I don't really care for it. There's some really pretty shades and I think that it would make somebody else very, very happy, but it just isn't for me. So I'm gonna get rid of that. Next up, we got the Tarte Pro. I like this. I just really do. Every time I've done a look with this, I felt really confident and beautiful. I'm gonna keep it. Tarte Pro Remix, I don't know. I don't know what to do about this. There are some serious drawbacks with this palette, specifically that there's only 1, 2, 3 mattes. And there's not a lot that you can do with those 3 mattes. You can't, yeah, it's not enough. I don't know who designed this palette. I think they did a terrible job though. But that being said, I'm gonna put it on a chopping block. I don't know why. I just want to challenge myself, I guess. Okay, this stack here is just like some high-end randomness. We've got Marc Jacobs Smartorial. I have been holding on to this forever and ever and ever, thinking that I would like it and use it. I remember getting it and being so excited about it. That was before I realized I don't love cool tones on my eyes. And I've been holding on to it for this blue, but I have blues like that in other palettes, so I am going to get rid of this finally. It's finally happening. Okay, Patrick Ta Major Dimensions 2. I want to say thank you to whoever it was that commented telling me that it was not mold that is on here. It is wax bloom or something. If your Patrick Ta Major Dimensions 2 palette has like some scuzz around one of the shades, hit it with a hairdryer for a while, and if it melts, it's not mold. So mine melted. At least that, yeah, that's what she told me. I don't know if it's true, but I feel good enough and I'm gonna keep it. So that's that essentially. Okay, Too Faced Razzle Dazzle Berry. You guys, I'm keeping this until this shade right here is completely gone, because it is hands down one of the best shimmer shades I have ever flipping used, and it smells like raspberry Bonnabelle. Okay, Too Faced Pumpkin Spice. This, I decluttered it last year. I pulled it back in because I was like, wait, I don't know that I'm ready to get rid of it. I'm ready. I don't like it. The mattes are good. The shimmers are trash. Goodbye. Mattes good. Shimmers bad. Okay, Urban Decay and Robin Eisenberg Naked Palette. I'm going to get rid of this too. Nothing against the brand or the person. I just don't necessarily love this eyeshadow formula. Like, look at the difference here. Look at the Too Faced Razzle Dazzle Berry. And then, whoop, that monstrosity. I'm getting rid of it. Naked Honey, I'm keeping. I really enjoy this. It brings me joy. It brings me joy. So there. Okay, and then I've got two melt palettes. We've got Gemini and Rust. I probably, truth be told, don't need to keep both of these, but here we are. I think I'm going to. Yeah, there are some really similar shades in here, and I know that I don't need both. If I was going to get rid of one, it would probably be the Rust palette, but I need to sign my child up for preschool. I just got a message. I'm going to go ahead and keep both of those. Let's tackle Nomad Cosmetics. Paradise Islands, I'm going to get rid of. I don't love it. This is before they reformulated their shimmers. Not a fan. Same with the Fée de Provence. I don't like this at all. This is probably my least favorite palette that I own right now. It's got to go. This, the Chamonix Après Ski, I'm keeping this. This is so pretty. I freaking love it. If you guys want a video on this, I have one up on my channel. 2 looks, 1 pound. And then both of the, this is the Ghost Town USA. These are their Halloween releases. Ghost Town USA and Haunted Europe. Both of these are staying. I love them both. So getting rid of 2, keeping 3. Could be worse, right? Okay, Sigma. Here is the Ivy eyeshadow palette. I think this is really pretty, but I don't know that I need it. Like, there's nothing in here that screams like, keep me. Yeah, they're okay. They're fine. I'm gonna get rid of it though. Corda Rosa, I'm also gonna get rid of. Again, they just aren't, they're just not like the most incredible eyeshadows. That one is really pretty though, but I don't need it. So I'm gonna get rid of that. Beauty and the Beast, I'm keeping. I am keeping this. It is such a beautiful, I love that shimmer. Oh my God, it's such a beautiful palette. Cinderella, I really don't know what to do with. There are things about it that I really love and things about it that I'm not super crazy about. So I'm gonna put this on a chopping block. Okay, and then Sigma Untamed, I'm gonna keep. Why? I don't really know, but I know that I really like it. This shade here is gorgeous. It's such a good mustard. Such a good mustard shade. So wearable. So keeping 2, possibly getting rid of 3. ABH. I've got Modern Renaissance. It is filthy. I used this on my wedding day. It was in a pan, that palette. She's been loved. She's been used and abused, and I'm getting rid of her now. Used her up and throwing her away. Now we've got Sultry. I'm keeping this. This is gorgeous. One of the best ABH palettes ever, in my opinion. Not that I've tried all of them. And then this is like their Moonchild face palette. It's, I don't know why. I have it in my eyeshadows because I was going to use them for like inner corner highlights. And you know what? I don't need to do that. They're really pretty though. Maybe just face highlights. Oh, geez. I'm getting rid of it. Okay. Let's move on. This is just like some random, well, it's not really, I don't know. Just, I didn't want Nabla to be all on her own, so I put her with my Moira. This is the Nabla side by side. I'm gonna keep this. Yeah, I'm gonna keep this. There's some shades in here that I'm like, what is happening? Like this one hardly does anything. Like you can't even really tell that it's on my hand. But then you've got shades like this that are absolutely stunning. So we're gonna keep her. Okay, Moira, Endless Moonlight. I just got this for Black Friday. I'm getting rid of it. I don't love it. I don't like how much work it takes to use. I have better eyeshadows. Then I've got the Moira I'm Falling For You palette. I'm gonna keep this. I like this one better. I like the color story better, so it makes me like want to keep it. I also feel like the formula is maybe slightly better. I don't know. I could be wrong on that. That could just be me being a little weirdo. I don't know. Okay. Glamlite. Scooby-Doo. I decluttered last year. I pulled it back in thinking I could salvage it. I can't. I don't like it. I don't want to keep it. It's gone. Goodbye. That's it. Chocolate Martini. Ooh, I don't know what to do with this. There are things about it that I like, things about it I don't. Why am I going into such detail? I'm going to put this in on my chopping block. I'm going to challenge myself to use it. Okay. The Michaela Pot 2. I'm keeping this. These greens, you guys, and these blues. Yes, please. She's a keep. Garfield, I'm going to keep. The shimmers in here are gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. And then the Willy Wonka palette. Yes, please. Yeah, love it. Okay. Huda. Huda Beauty. Mercury Retrograde. I'm going to get rid of it. I just don't ever use it. I don't need it. She's fine. She's not available anymore, but she pinched me. All right. She just bit me. I'm still getting rid of her though. She can throw a fit all she wants, but she's gone. Icy Nude, I'm tempted to get rid of. I don't really like it. I'm sorry. But I did just get it. So I feel obligated to hold on to it for at least a year. So I'm keeping that. I'm going to keep both of these too. Naughty and Rose Quartz. I like them. Naughty's a really lovely warm tone. This is a beautiful Valentine's Day situation happening. Yeah. Okay. Oh, what's this? Viseart. I was gonna say I'm gonna keep all of them. That's not true. So I got this Pettifor in my Beautylish Lucky Bag. Not super stoked on it, but I'll keep it for now. Then we've got the Fleur d'Amour. These blushes look stunning. I'm excited to use those. I need to actually use this. I should make a list of like eyeshadow palettes that I need to focus on. That would be a great idea. Okay, then we've got the Koyish Attendu. I'm gonna get rid of this. It looks like a hot mess because my toddler was playing with it. Because I just don't like it. Some Viseart shimmers are great and some are garbage. I don't like these. So that's gone. The Violet Attendu, I'm going to keep for now. There's things about it that I like and things about it that I really don't. So I could see myself decluttering that next year. Oh, Sebastian. Violet Vespertine, I'm going to keep this. I think this is really pretty. Just got it for Black Friday. I enjoy it. And then both of my mattes, the dark mattes and neutral mattes. Neutral mattes, I put some shimmers from, there's an indie brand that's not around anymore and I can't remember the name of them, but I'm gonna keep this. It's so good. It's so good. Why not use this as my Pan That palette? Oh, wait. How many Pan That palettes have I mentioned today? I think at least 2. Okay, anyway, keeping both of those because they're just great. Ooh. They're great. Let's tackle some Natasha Denona. Okay, here's my stack. Oh, and I got my minis. My mini palettes, my 5 pans. All right, I've got the mini star palette. I feel like I can get rid of this. I have the big star palette. I'm gonna get rid of that. And then I've got the mini glam palette. I have the big glam palette too, but it's in my bridal makeup kit. I'm gonna go ahead and keep this. I don't ever use it though. I don't really know why I'm keeping it. This is the cranberry palette I'm keeping. I freaking love this. I wish she would do more 5 pans. I don't know why she stopped. I don't, truly don't. And then this is broken, but it's the coral palette. I'm gonna get rid of this. It's got a broken shade. I don't love this shade. I thought it would be way cooler than it is. And it's just not. It's just not that great. I mean, it looks pretty, but it doesn't perform good. Or well. Pastel palette, she's gone. I don't like it. I don't like it. So that can go. My dream, I'm gonna keep. I don't think I'm getting rid of any of my other ones. We've got bronze, we're gonna keep, love it. I need a nude, keeping. Retro, I love this one. This is one of my favorites, keeping. Yucca, keeping. This is a lot of money. When you stop and look at how much, oh my God. Don't do the math, okay? Just don't. Love, keeping. Please keep in mind, I got most of these on sale. I Need a Warm, just got this in my lucky bag. I am keeping this. I'm actually very excited about this. When I did my unboxing, I was like, I don't really know. Oh no, I'm stoked. Metropolis, yes, I'm keeping. Gold, yeah, over my dead body. Will I get rid of this? This is so good. Leela, oh yeah, she is, again, with my child. My child got it, and that's fine. It's fine. It's beautiful. Sunset, yes, keeping. A couple of those shades are missing from that Duping the Vibes, but I know where they are. And then the Star palette. This was the palette that I was trying to dupe the vibes of, and then Black Friday 2023, it was like 50% off or more. It might have been more than 50% off. I think, yeah, it was crazy. So yes, I'm keeping. And I need to challenge myself to use it. Oh, okay, so I knew I wasn't gonna make a lot of progress with that. Okay, let's do BH Cosmetics. Love in London, she has served her purpose. I'm getting rid of her. Blueberry Muffin, I'm not quite done with yet. I'm gonna keep her. Sweet Shop Pistachio, I'm gonna get rid of her. I haven't used her since my last declutter. And then both of my Zodiac ones, I also haven't used since my last declutter, but these are so freaking good. They're so good, so I'm gonna keep them. Here is what this one looks like. My God. My God. Okay, so we're getting rid of 2 of 5. Feeling all right. I'm feeling all right about this, you guys. I've had worse things happen. Oh! I almost lost that. Okay, I'm finally able to make some room here. All right, I know there's controversy. Ensley Rain, I'm keeping all of these. I've got What the Fox here. Hoppy Go Lucky, my dog is just, he doesn't know what's happening. Things are out of place and he doesn't know where to go. I'm keeping both of these. Then we've got Cold Moon here. Yes. Yes. And Light in Your Eyes. Dude. I'm sorry. I'm gonna keep it. I spent a lot of money on these and I'm not just gonna get rid of them because the brand did things that they shouldn't have done. So I'm going to get rid of, no, I'm not. I'm not getting rid of them. Psh, I need to use them. My God, nothing like filming a declutter to get you to actually want to use your collection. Okay, next up, no, this is not Ensley Rain. This is Adept. Flying Fiddles, I'm gonna keep. I like it. Plain Jane, I'm gonna keep. There are just some stunning, stunning shades here. Heather Austin, I am keeping. This is probably, quite possibly, my favorite Adept palette. Oh my gosh. That green. That freaking green. Really like it. Okay, Ninhydrin. Chopping Block. I can't. I don't know. I don't know what to do with it. There's things about it that I really, really like and things about it that I just don't like. Okay, this is my stack of Cosmic brushes, or Cosmic Beauty, whatever you want to call it. I am not getting rid of any of these. This is the Gothic palette. This is the purple palette that is replacing my Flight Club palette. She is stunning. Absolute, oh my gosh. Absolutely beautiful. I mean, I feel like this isn't really doing it justice. I feel like my camera doesn't want to focus because there's too much to focus on. Quite obnoxious. Okay, so we're keeping that. The Undergrowth palette, yes, absolutely. The Undergrowth palette, we are absolutely keeping. I love these grungy, beautiful greens. The Muse palette, we're keeping. I could probably get rid of this, but why? I don't want to. Same with Serenity. I could probably get rid of it, but it's not hurting anything to have it. So I'm going to keep it. I like this shade. Look at that. Look at that. It's just so good. It's so good. And then the Wonderland palette, or Winter Wonderland palette, I'm keeping this as well. It's so good. Okay, Colourpop. Actually, we're gonna end on Colourpop. Let's just get these over with. These are my Vanessa Myricks palettes. Of these three, okay, so I got the Groundwork palette. I've got Lightwork Volume 5. Got it on super sale. And then I've got Lightwork Volume 4, which I got in my first Beautylish looking bag. The middle row on here is utter trash. I don't know how to use it. I think water has to be involved. I don't know. But then these outer shades are so good. They're so good. Oh my God. They're just incredible. So yeah, of these, if I had to pick one to get rid of, it would be the Groundwork palette because I just don't need that. And I might go ahead and put this on a chopping block. It looks like something is happening. It's like growing things. I don't know. Looks like these like shards of like glass or something. I don't know if it's gonna pick up on it, but that's weird. That's really weird. I'm gonna put it on a chopping block. I didn't think I was. I thought I was for sure gonna keep it. I just don't know. But both of these are staying. Okay, finally, the final stack. We've got Colourpop. Little Ray of Sunshine. I'm gonna get rid of her. I'm gonna get rid of her. I have yellows in the Garfield palette with Glamlite, as well as in my Melt palettes. I don't need this. Let's be real. Sage the Day. I bought this for Black Friday. I don't know why. I don't like it. I thought this was gonna be way cooler than it is. Like, it's fine, but I have that shade in better formulas, so I'm gonna get rid of that. Jeez. Tinkerbell. I'm gonna get rid of this too. I don't ever use it. It's fine. I really liked it when it came out, but I have since realized that I don't really use it. Nude Mood, I decluttered last year and brought it back in because I'm weak. I'm gonna get rid of this. It served its purpose. I don't need it. I have these shades in so many other palettes, and I'm good. Big Poppy though, I love this. I think this is a fantastic orange palette, and I freaking love it. Wine and Only, I like this one. This one, I feel like it brings something to the table that maybe some of the others don't. Specifically this shade. That is stunning. Hi. Yeah. Oh, I want to use you. I want to use you so bad. So I'm excited about that one. Going Coconuts I'm keeping. This is such a nice neutral palette. Honestly, now that I'm looking at this, this is so similar to I Need a Nude from Natasha Denona. They look like sisters. Okay. Of Quartz, I'm gonna keep Of Quartz. I like this. I don't have a lot of just cool tone palettes. I think this is a really good one. At Foresight with Raw Beauty Christie, yes, I'm keeping. These mattes are so good. They are absolutely beautiful. Okay, Not a Box of Chocolates. I am not a fan of this palette. I think the shimmers are either way too light. This one's just right, but the rest are way too deep. So I'm gonna get rid of it. Where's my get rid of pile? Oh, it's just over there. Okay. And then 1111, I'm gonna keep this. It has a pressed glitter. I'm not crazy about that. The Colourpop Holidays with the Muppets palette. There's some shades in here that I think are really, 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 really pretty, like this one, but it doesn't perform that well. And then there are 3 pressed glitters. Like if they had just made these shades really beautiful shimmers, this would be a different story. It would be staying. But because they're pressed glitters and I don't like that, they're gonna go. They're gonna go. I don't feel bad getting rid of Colourpop palettes because they're just kind of a dime a dozen. And then Smoke and Roses, I'm gonna go ahead and keep for now. I haven't used it, but maybe I will. So I don't know. I think it's pretty. Okay, I'm gonna count up the number of palettes that I'm getting rid of. And I will fill you guys in on that. 3. Okay, so I'm getting rid. Okay, so this stack here is what I'm getting rid of. So there's 37 palettes that I'm getting rid of. I was really hoping I would be below the 100 palette mark, but I'm not. That is okay. These are my maybes. Oh, Queen of Hearts. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna pan it. I'm also panning the the Nearly Neutral palette from Glamlite, but whatever, that's fine. This Nomad palette, I'm gonna get rid of it. I was keeping it because I like some of the grungy shades, but I have these grungy shades in my Undergrowth palette by Cosmic Brushes. So we'll get rid of that. So I'm getting rid of 38. Wait, or is that 30? No, that's 38, yeah. So I'm left with 101 palettes. And then I've got my chopping block. So some of the chopping block I will be getting rid of as well. That's this stack right here. All right, you guys, that is gonna do it for today's video. My battery is just about to die. So thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed today's video, give me a thumbs up before you go, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.